Navy Federal Credit Union is one of the largest credit unions in the country. They only lend to people who are members of the credit union. To become a member, you need to fall into one of the following four categories: active duty military, veteran, immediate family members, which obviously includes spouses and children, but also includes siblings, parents, grandparents, and grandchildren, Department of Defense employees. Navy Federal has 5 different personal loan options to choose from: personal expense loans, home improvement loans, debt consolidation loans, savings secured loans, and certificate secured loans. Personal expense loans, home improvement loans, and debt consolidation loans are unsecured loans, which means that you do not have to put up any collateral to qualify for the loan. If you do go with a secured option, you can usually get a lower APR, a higher loan amount, or both. This unsecured loan offers rates between 8.99% and 18%, with terms up to 60 months. If you select a loan with terms over 36 months, the lowest APR you can qualify for is 14.29%. Navy Federal has one of the best loan amount ranges out there. You can borrow as little as $250 and as much as $50,000. Like the personal expense loan, the APR ranges from 8.99% to 18%. However, for these loans, there are 3 APR tiers. 15 years is a long time to hold one of these loans, especially if you are paying 15% interest. There may be other options you can get that would get you a lower rate somewhere else. If you want to borrow for 61 to 84 months, you must borrow at least $25,000. And if you want to borrow for 85 to 180 months, you must borrow at least $30,000. Consolidating other debt can be a great way to make your debt more affordable or to accelerate your effort to get out of debt, but only if you can score an APR that is at least 2 to 3 percentage points lower than the interest rate on the debt you are consolidating. Like other personal loan options, Navy Federal offers APRs between 8.99% and 18%. If you are borrowing for longer than 36 months, the lowest rate you can qualify for is 14.29%. Navy Federal will not pay off your other creditors for you with the proceeds of the loan if you do go with them to consolidate. That's not the end of the world, but I like it when a lender will do that. It means that they know that the new loan won't increase your debt to income ratio. That should make it easier to be approved. A savings secured loan borrows against the collateral of cash that is in an existing savings account. The rates on these loans is much lower. You will be paying the share rate from your savings account plus 2 or 3 percentage points. That really is a very cheap way to borrow money, but in a sense, you're paying for the privilege of borrowing your own money. Of course, you may want to do that if you feel more comfortable not losing that savings. You might be saving up for a specific long-term goal that you don't want to see evaporate. Certificate secured loans are very similar to savings secured loans, only the collateral is a certificate of deposit. You can borrow up to 100% of the certificate's principal balance for up to 60 months. Your APR is 2 percentage points above the certificate rate. If pulling money out of the certificate of deposit will incur a penalty, borrowing against the certificate could save you money. Who qualifies for a Navy Federal personal loan? I would think you would need a credit score above 670 with a fairly low debt to income ratio to be approved. The amount you are approved for will be heavily dependent upon the amount, source, and stability of your income. Of course, it should be significantly easier to be approved if you are applying for one of their secured loan options, but only if you have enough money in the certificate or the savings account. If you think you need a little extra help getting approved, Navy Federal will accept cosigners on their loans. Most likely the cosigner you add will be a spouse or significant other, especially if you already commingle your finances. Navy Federal does not charge origination fees on their loans, so the full cost of borrowing is wrapped up in that interest rate. If you are late on one of your payments, they will charge you a late fee of either 5% of the late amount or $30. That is a fairly hefty late fee, so you will want to do what you can to avoid them. Navy Federal would be a good option for a personal loan, especially if you're already a member of the credit union. and if you've been a customer in good standing. While their lowest APR is not as low as some, their top APR is extremely competitive. I would be a little cautious about taking a loan with a long loan term. That can be pretty expensive. Even if Navy Federal does approve you for a loan, we always recommend that you shop around. It doesn't hurt to get soft credit offers from several lenders, and it is the only way of being sure that you're getting the best APR that you can qualify for. At the Yukon project, we've tried to make shopping around easy. If you visit our lending marketplace page, you can apply to any one of our featured lenders. Behind the scenes, we will check your rate with up to 40 other lenders. Our partners use a soft credit check, so applying won't hurt your credit score. We will show you all of your approved offers so you can pick the loan that's best for you. If you've used one of Navy Federal's personal loans before, leave a comment and tell us about it. Others could benefit from your experience. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.